What is a Selenium? Any idea?
Yeah, we do have idea of Selenium. It's nothing but a suite of software tools to automate the web browsers.
Okay. It is the automation.
Which consists of different tools like Selenium WebDriver,
Okay.
Selenium RC, Selenium
No.
Grid, and
Okay.
Selenium IDE.
Those are all the different components in the Selenium. What is this?
Is an automation tool to test the web browsers.
Okay. Now I am tell that Selenium. Okay. It is an open source automation functional testing tool. It is an open source automation functional testing tool. Okay. So in this, open source means, what is an open source? It's a free of cost. Anyone can use it. If net is available, anyone can use this tool. After that, automation. What is an automation? What is an automation? Any idea?
Automation where the manual intervention is not required.
Okay.
And whatever the steps a person can perform, same steps being done through the scripting or the any tool.
Yeah. So in case of the manual testing, as a tester, we are preparing test cases. Yes. We are preparing the test cases. So automation means the process of converting test cases into test scripts is called as automation. So automating human activities by using one tool, that is called as our automation testing. So Selenium is a open source free tool. Automation means we are converting all the test cases into the scripting part. So to go for this automation, what are the advantages are there? Is there any advantage in the automation? Yes, there are some advantages are there. The main advantage is we can save the time. The first advantage is we can save the time. And after that, we can reduce cost to the company. We can reduce cost to the company. And once we generate the script, we can use repeatedly. We can use the script. So scripts are repeatable. After that, we can get accuracy in results. And tool will provide test report. There are all the advantages in any automation tool, not only the Selenium. Any tool, all these are common advantages in the automation. Now you can observe why I am telling it is a functional testing tool. Simply I can tell that it is a automation tool. Why I can mention this? Functional. Selenium is a one tool. It is one testing tool or it is one automation tool. But particularly I mentioned this word. It is a one functional testing tool. Why? Because by using the Selenium, we are able to verify only the functionality of an application.
Okay.
In automation tools, there are so many tools are there. That all these tools, 4 categories are there.
Sorry for interrupting,
Yeah,
but I have one question.
yeah,
Can't we use the Selenium for the regression testing?
yeah. We can use it. The main purpose is regression testing.
Okay. Like functional testing is different and regression testing is different, right?
Oh, in regression testing also, what we have to verifying? We are verifying functionalities.
Okay, okay.
Next one we will go that. When to go for automation, I will explain. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So right now, automation tools. In automation tools, there are 4 categories are there. There are 4 categories are there. First category is functional tools. First category is functional tools. By using these tools, we are able to verify the all the functionalities in application. All the functionalities. So what are the tools comes under these functional tools? QTP, Selenium, Silk Test, Lisa, Tosca, Cucumber, like that. So many are there. All these are called as your functional tools.
Mahi,
Yeah,
actually I was looking at some requirement and they say that never use Cucumber with Selenium. So is the Cucumber is an add-on or something with a different tool?
no, Cucumber is a different tool. They can use with the Ruby with Cucumber. Cucumber is a different tool. They have the different language. They have the different separate tool. It is.
Okay.
Yeah, Selenium is different. Cucumber is different. Now, second category is performance tools. By using these tools, we are able to perform the performance testing. We are performing the performance. Load testing, stress testing, data volume, soak, spike, all these are we are performed by using these tools. So what are the tools comes under this performance? Load runner and JMeter. These two are the popular for the performance tools. Next category, defect tracking tools or defect reporting tools. By using these tools, we are able to intimate the defects to the developers. Those are QC, Bugzilla, Zira, Mantis BT, like that. Those tools are there. Last category, security tools. In this, one tool is there, app scan. To perform the security testing, we go for this security tool. So like that, in automation tools, these are all the categories are there. So in all these category, Selenium is comes under our functional tool. So we are able to verify the functionalities in application. So that's why I'm mentioning clearly Selenium is a open source, free of cost. It is one of the automation functional testing tool. Now, so in functional tools there are QTP is there, Cucumber is there, Tosca is there, Selenium is there, multiple tools are there. Then why we go for Selenium? Previously QTP is very popular. Now all the companies they are migrating to this Selenium. What is the reason behind there? Previously QTP is very popular up to 2011-12. From 12-13 only they are using the yeah.
That since the Selenium is freeware and QTP is highly paid, and Selenium I guess is mostly that cross browser that too we can do.
Yeah.
Where QTP is just focused on IE.
Only IE?
Yeah, recently they have like in 12.5 they were supporting the Mozilla, but till now like it's IE.
Okay.
As far as I know, that was like
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
So main Selenium is a open source. QTP is a licensed version, means it is a commercial and cost. QTP is a commercial and cost. Who introduced QTP? Which company?
Mercury Interactive, that was it. Now it was that HP has launched, like HP had taken over the company.
Yeah, taken over by the HP company. If you want to use the QTP, must and should buy license from the HP company. But what about the Selenium? Selenium is a freeware. So in tool means we have to write the programming. So in QTP, which language it is supported? In which language we are writing the scripting in the QTP?
VB script.
Yeah, VB script. What about Selenium?
Java, like majorly it is Java, but supporting major language like other language too.
Supports multiple languages, but 90% companies they can use Java. It supports Java, C#, Ruby, Python. Yeah, tell me.
Perl and PHP?
Yeah, Perl and PHP, HTML. 7 languages it is supported. Next, come to the browsers and come to the operating systems. QTP supports only Windows. Selenium supports Windows, Linux, Mac. 3 operating systems it is supported. And come to the browsers. QTP supports IE, Firefox and Chrome. Chrome also it is supporting. What about Selenium? Selenium supports IE, Firefox, Chrome, Opera and Safari. 5 browsers it is supported. IE, Firefox, Chrome, Opera and Safari. After that, what kind of application we are automate by using the Selenium? Generally there are 3 types of applications are there. Desktop application or Windows based application. Second category is web applications. Third category is mobile applications. So by using QTP, we are automating desktop applications, web applications and mobile applications. But what about the Selenium? Is it support all the applications? Yeah, Sujit, is it support all?
Yeah, it's supporting all.
No, it's
Selenium does not support
Your
desktop
desktop it is
application.
not supporting. Yeah, desktop it is not supporting web and mobile.
yeah, Selenium supports only web and mobile.
Web and
It does
mobile
not
apps, yeah.
support the desktop application. Yeah,
Mahi, what is Sahi? They another like tool or something Sahi that I too sometime I hear.
yeah. So in Selenium there are 2 versions are there. Selenium 1 and 2. The latest one is Selenium tool. In this, there is one of the open source tool is there developed by using Java language. The tool name is Sikuli. The tool is Sikuli. Okay, whenever I am configuring Sikuli into the Selenium, then it is possible to handle the desktop elements also. Whenever I can use the Sikuli into my Selenium, then I can handle these desktop applications also. Otherwise, Selenium directly does not support the desktop. And one more tool is also there, Auto IT. It is also used to handle the desktop elements. But Sikuli is some more easy when compared with Auto IT. In Auto IT, we are using the VB script language. But in Sikuli, we are using the Java commands. So I will go for this Sikuli. I will explain the Sikuli concept. So with the help of Sikuli, that problem is resolved. And when compared with QTP, Selenium is more flexible and extendable. Here it is a less flexibility and extendability. Flexibility means, what is the flexibility? Selenium is flexible with multiple languages, multiple operating systems and more browsers. That is called as flexibility. QTP is flexible with only Windows operating system, only one language and limited browsers. That is called as flexibility. Extendable means maximum companies they are using Selenium with Java. Java is an extendable language. VB script is not an extended language. Initially Java they are given core Java. After that advanced Java, J2E, J2ME, servlets like that. So Java is an extendable language. So that's why we are telling that Selenium is more flexible and extendable with QTP. That's why we go for the Selenium. All the companies they are using the Selenium. The main one and only one advantage is open source. Functionality wise, both are same QTP here. Only one drawback of the Selenium is it does not support the desktop. That is only one drawback in the Selenium. For that, the remedy is Sikuli. With the use of Sikuli, we can handle the desktop elements also. Now, when to start automation for a project? When to start automation for a project? Yeah, your question, Samita, regression testing. So, when to start automation for a project means whenever the build is stable, to save the regression testing time, we go for automation. Whenever the build is stable, to save the regression testing time, we go for the automation. That is, Selenium is not only the regression testing, any automation tool we can save the regression testing. By using the Selenium QTP, we are able to verify functionalities. Now tell me, what is a regression testing? Yeah, Samita, what is regression testing?
Yeah, when we get a build, every time, suppose if it is V1, next time V2, V3,
Yeah.
but some basic functionality remains the same in the application.
Okay.
So whenever we make the new changes, we have to make sure that the previous changes should not be affected.
Yeah.
That is called regression
That is
testing.
called as regression. So in regression testing, we are verifying functionalities also. So every time same functionalities we can test it in every modified build. Yes or no?
Yeah, yeah.
So to save the regression testing time, we go for the automation.
Yeah.
Then what kind of web application we are able to automate? What kind of web applications we can automate? by using Selenium. Means, suppose here you can observe. I will show 3 web applications. One is spicejet.com. Okay, this web application is developed by using .NET, ASP.NET. Suppose maybe this Gmail, it is developed by using the some Java language, and one more, some website, it is developed by using the PHP. So web application means we can develop different languages. One is .NET application, Java application, PHP application. Now in all these 3, what kind of web application we can automate by using Selenium? Tell me what kind of web application you are able to automate?
I think it's independent of the language used for developing the web applications.
Yeah. So we can automate all kinds of web applications. Either it is a Java application, or it is a .NET, or it is a PHP, or it is a Cold Fusion. Any language, whatever the language you can use to develop an web application. If it is a web application or not, that is only the concept. All kinds of web applications we can automate by using Selenium. Next. So in Selenium, what are the major components are there? What are the major components in the Selenium? Selenium is majorly built with 5 components. First one, Selenium IDE. Second one, Selenium RC. Third one, Selenium WebDriver. Fourth, Selenium Grid. After that, any component is there? Selenium. These are all the major components in the Selenium. So in Selenium, we have to learn all these components. So first one, Selenium IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Integrated Development Environment. It is purely for the recording and run the scripts. It is purely for recording and running the scripts. It is only the add-on for Firefox. Means we can install it only the Firefox. Means it is accountable for user actions. Means whatever the actions we are performing, simply it is recorded and executed on the browser. So IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. It is purely for the recording and running purpose. Means whatever action you are performing on the browser, simply it is recorded every action and executed on that browser. But it is only add-on for the Firefox. Selenium supports 5 browsers: IE, Chrome, Opera, Safari and Firefox. But IDE is add-on only for the Firefox. By default, The recorded language is HTML. Selenium supports multiple languages. So by default it is recorded in the HTML language in IDE. And in IDE there is one facility is there, that is it is possible to convert that HTML language into other languages also. Means by default it is recorded HTML language. Suppose if I want to convert this language into RC, yes, it is possible. If I want to convert into WebDriver, yes, possible. If you want to convert into Ruby, Python, C#, yes, it is possible to convert into all other languages, whatever the languages supported by the Selenium. But the restriction is the converted language can't be executed in IDE. It is not possible to execute an IDE. Suppose you are converted into RC, you can copy paste into your RC and execute it. Suppose you are converted this HTML language into WebDriver, you can copy paste into WebDriver or run it. The converted language cannot be executed in IDE. That is the brief description about the IDE. After that, in detail we will discuss how to install IDE, how to record one scenario, how to execute a single test case and multiple test cases, what are the advantages are there, disadvantages are there. When we go for IDE, when we go for WebDriver, in detail I will explain. Initially it is only for the introduction part for IDE. Next one, RC. RC is nothing but remote control. Remote control. Just like, suppose if you want to operate the TV, yes, we are using the remote control. Same like that, it is also one remote control between the test engineer and application. It is known as Selenium 1. The first version of the Selenium is nothing but your RC. It is a one server it launches all the browsers but only one browser at a time and perform the task, close the browser. It is an API, application programming interface. RC is nothing but a remote control. It is also known as Selenium 1. The first version of the RC is nothing but our Selenium. It is a server. It launches all the browsers, but only one browser at a time possible. And whatever the actions you want to perform, simply it will perform on that browser, means it will test the application and close the browser. It is an API. API means application programming interface. It is the interface between the test engineer and application. So RC is the first version, means there are some limitations are there in RC. Some disadvantages are there. What are the limitations? What are the disadvantages in RC? At the time of writing the programs, at the time of we are developing the scripting part, execution time, I will explain that. So these are all the disadvantages. These are all the limitations. At the live application, execution time, I will explain what are the limitations in RC. What are the disadvantages are there. Practically, I will show that disadvantages. So all these are overcome and given added advantage in WebDriver, Selenium WebDriver. It is the Selenium 2. Nowadays all the companies are using Selenium 2. It is nothing but the advanced version of RC is nothing but a WebDriver. So WebDriver is a Selenium 2. The advanced version of RC is nothing but a WebDriver. Whatever the limitations in RC are overcome in WebDriver, and yeah, okay, done. So the limitations in RC are overcome in WebDriver and given added advantages in WebDriver. Here also it is possible to launch all the browsers, but only one browser at a time. So that is the Selenium 2. The advanced version of RC is a Selenium 2. Whatever the limitations are there, all those are overcome and given some extra advantages in the WebDriver. Here also, same like RC, we can launch all the browsers, but only one browser we can launch at a time. Nowadays, all the companies, they are using this Selenium 2. Next, grid. What is the purpose of the grid? In manual testing, there is one testing is there. What is the compatibility testing? Samita, what is?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm not clear about what are the limitations of RC and how Selenium WebDriver has overcome those limitations.
Yeah, what are the limitations means, now if I explain what are the limitations, okay, you are not able to understand it. So practically at the realm of scripting and execution time, I will explain the limitations. Suppose
Oh.
if I want to launch one browser, okay, in RC, it is launches by default in the minimized state.
Okay.
So how to explain it? So at the time of writing the programming, practically I will show what are the limitations are there. Okay, these are the limitations. All these are overcome in the WebDriver. Like that, practically I will show the limitations.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Now what is the compatibility testing?
Compatibility testing, I don't know.
So to check whether the application is compatible with multiple browsers or not. Suppose you go for this SpiceJet. I opened in the Google Chrome. Is it supported in Firefox? Is it supported in IE? So one application is compatible with multiple browsers or not. That is called as your compatibility testing. So one application is compatible with multiple browsers or not. That is called as a compatibility. Suppose you go for, I want to check one application is compatible with multiple browsers or not. Okay, either it is RC or WebDriver. It is possible to launch only one browser at a time. Means, suppose I want to check that application is compatible with all browsers or not. First I can launch one browser, Firefox, and perform the task. Okay. Either if it is a WebDriver, you can observe. First I want to launch one browser. And perform the task. Close the browser. Suppose first I can launch one browser, Firefox. It will take some 1 hour time to execute all the scripting part. Yes, close it. After that you can open Chrome and execute the same program. It will take same 1 more hour time. Close it. After that you can launch IE and you can launch Opera and you can launch Chrome. So totally to execute all my programs in all the browsers, it will take 5 hours time. Why? Because every browser it is taking 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. So to check my application is compatible with all the browsers or not, it will take some 5 hours time. Either it is a WebDriver or RC. Whereas in case of the grid, what is the main purpose of the grid? It is for the parallel execution. Means in case of the Selenium Grid, we can launch all browsers at a time within the machine. Previously, open one browser, close it, after that second and third, after that fourth, fifth. But grid is for the parallel execution. Grid is for the parallel execution. It is for parallel execution. We can launch all the browsers parallelly and executes the scripts parallelly. Mainly we use the grid to save the execution time. Maximum we can launch 5 browsers. Why? Because Selenium supports 5 browsers: IE, Firefox, Chrome, Opera and Safari. Okay, that is the purpose of the grid. WebDriver RC, only one browser possible. You go for Firefox or Chrome or Opera or Safari only. But by using the grid, it is for parallel execution. We can launch all the browsers parallelly and we can execute the scripts parallelly. Mainly we can save the execution time. Maximum we can launch 5 browsers at a time. That is the grid concept. So these 4 are for the web applications. So compulsory we should have knowledge on these 4 components: IDE, RC, WebDriver, Grid. Selenium. This is the 5th component. It is the different. It is to test mobile applications in Android platform. So Selenium is for the mobile automation, not for the desktop applications. Selenium with Android platform. We have to test mobile applications in Android platform. So it is purely for the mobile testing concept. So in our course, I will explain all these 4: Selenium IDE, RC, WebDriver and Grid. So in this WebDriver, there are some frameworks are there: modular framework, keyword framework, data-driven, hybrid, like that. In that, I will explain JUnit and TestNG. These two are called as a frameworks. JUnit and TestNG are the framework. And along with this, I will explain our own framework also. Previously in our organization, we are developing one data-driven framework. That is our own framework. I will explain that own framework also. And that open source tool, SQLi. Why? Because to handle the desktop elements, we go for the SQLi. So in WebDriver, we are using all these framework: JUnit, TestNG, data driven framework, and SQL is for the to handle desktop element. So we go for all these concepts in our Selenium. First I go for the IDE, after that I go for the RC, after that I go for the WebDriver, after that we go for the grid concept. These four components are important to automate the web applications. Whereas Selenium for mobile application, there are two components are there, API and this Android. These two are purely for the mobile testing. These four are for the web application. I will explain all these four components: IDE, RC, WebDriver, and Grid. Yes. So after that, next session I will go for this in detail, explain this IDE, how to install IDE, what are the advantages are there, what are the disadvantages are there, when to go for IDE and when to go for this WebDriver, what are the disadvantages are there, what are the advantages in IDE. In next session I will explain about Selenium IDE. Now, any doubts and any queries? Yeah, Samita.
I'm clear about all the concepts what you explained up to now.
Okay.
Mm.
So tomorrow are you okay for the class Saturday?
Yeah, I'm okay, but I would like to know what is the course structure of this class? Like how many days do we have?
No, I will complete it within 25 days. Daily the session is 1 hour.
Okay, daily the same timing?
Yeah, same timing, 7:30 to 8:30.
Okay. I'm okay with the timing and with the time of the 25 days of this
Yeah, okay.
training. So your training covers only the Selenium or some part of automation, anything in the depth in automation also.
In this Selenium only, I will use the depth knowledge, how to automate the real-time web applications. Complete what I will take for some web applications and how to automate these web applications. I will use the knowledge. Based on that, if you have any gap is there, you can put the fake experience 2 plus 3 plus like that. I will use that much of knowledge in the Selenium.
Okay. Actually, to be honest,
Yeah.
I have 1.5 year experience.
Okay.
Value Labs. I've already worked in Value Labs. That is the reason I have little bit knowledge on doing automation testing.
Okay.
Uh, so I think so I'll be compatible with your explanation. I
Okay.
mean, I'm not that hard to understand the concepts.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will use the details to your mail ID or that mail ID, some mail ID is there I have some.
Yeah, you can give the details to that mail ID
Yeah, Bob
because he is
03.
my mentor here. He will take care of everything.
Okay, okay, done.
Or you can also do like this. You can put me in the CC and send an email to him.
Your mail ID is samita2007@gmail.com.
Yeah, my email ID is that, and
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So tomorrow morning 7:30 I will catch you same time.
Yeah, okay. In the same meeting link?
Yeah, same meeting link.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.